Only one of the two of us is a former All-ACC linebacker for the Tar Heels. I'm guessing that you can guess which one it is. It's Carolina's co-defensive coordinator, Tommy Thigpen, who's joining us now. And Coach, thanks so much for being with us, first of all. And secondly, just tell us about these last couple of weeks. Of course, you had the transition, the head coach spot for Carolina. What has things been like for you and trying to move from the previous staff now to here with Coach Brown?
Well, it's been exciting, to say the least, because you get a chance to work with the guy that you've admired for so long and that you played for as an 18-year-old, and I've always been my dream was to one day work with Coach Brown, and I've always told him that. It's one thing to be in the car when you were 18 years old and you're riding around with your head coach and you're talking to him, about the things that were important to an 18-year-old. And now, you flip the script 20-some years later, and now you're an adult with a family and kids, and it's funny the things that you can remember he told us, and I'll sit there and I could tell he shake his head like these kids grasp every word that he's ever said, and it's funny because there's a lot of things that I was telling recruits. Why I came to Carolina, why I chose Carolina, and most of them related back to Coach Brown and the things that he taught us as young adults. So it's been fun to actually sit in the car with the guy that you admired. I've talked to him on the phone so many times, in the last 20 years since I've been in coaching, and I always go to Coach for advice, about what career path should I take, what school should I go to next, or how do I be a coordinator, or how to one day be a head coach. Mm-hmm. Those are all the things I've been asking him for the last, 20 years. And then actually sit in the car with him for the last 2-3 weeks and actually just listen to him and watching him in homes and how he, communicate to people, from today, from the time he recruited me as an 18-year-old and how the messages changed. It's really, as an adult now, is really to be admired.
What has that message been as you guys have been out on the road and trying to sell Coach Brown and sell Carolina here the last few weeks?
He's got a track record, and it's been successful everywhere he's been. I mean, from the days of when he was at App State to Tulane to Oklahoma to North Carolina to Texas, everywhere he's gone, he's won. And everywhere he's gone, he's had to build it. And so when he came here, if you guys recall, we were 1-10 2 seasons and very talent deficient. And so just to watch, anytime he's come into a place, he's made that place better. And so when he left here in 1996, as you guys can remember, we were, I think Carolina was 11-1 or 12-1 and top 10 in the country. And in defense, they were top two years in a row. And so, you've watched him go in and just methodically, and it was a process. And that's what he's explaining to kids now. Just enjoy the process, and watch us slowly but surely just get better and better each year. Now, the message is different because when I came in 1989, it was come in and play right now. Come in and play and learn as you go, and he'll be patient with us. But we have talent here, we have players here, and his thing is the message now is come in and be part of the process of watching Carolina go from a team that was 3-9 and right on the edge of winning to being a dominating team contending for the ACC.
Tommy, tell us a little bit about Jay Bateman, your co-defensive coordinator, and how you two are going to try to work together to lead this defense.
Great guy. No ego guy. If you work for the Army, it's the greatest team that you can be in, is our military. And he's worked with those guys, and they have a great respect. So if the guys in our country believe in him, we surely need to. So the JB is awesome. He has found some linebackers for me, and that I was like I had never heard of. And you go back and you watch him. So I've jumped right on him and ran right to him. And the fact that he's already, he's been watching tape on guys that can help us win and contribute to us. And then also we've been talking scheme for the last couple of weeks, last couple of days of going in and starting to watch tape on what they did at Army. A lot of things that I've always wanted to do, and a lot of things that he's presented to us that it's going to give offenses some challenges. So it's going to be fun to be with a new guy because I've learned from some guys like Chuck Pagano, from the Ted Roos of the world to the Van Gorders, and I've learned something from each one of them. Yeah. So I look forward for this process here to start and being able to work with JB.
Just two more things, Tommy. What has been the response from high school coaches, from recruits, as you guys have gone through the state of North Carolina here the last few weeks?
Well, they know that when the coach was here the first time, and from '88 to '96, that there wasn't a school in the state that we didn't touch. He touched them every single year, and he'll tell you, and that's been his main message. The 1996 team, I believe he said it was like 18 of the 22 starters were from the state of North Carolina. And the message has to be, if you win the state of North Carolina in recruiting, you will win the ACC Coastal. And that has to be the message. And that's what coaches telling in every home we go into or every school we go into to the high school coaches, is that if we win our state, we're going to contend. And so his biggest aim is for us to keep our players home.
Last thing. You've been here, of course, as a player. You've been here a couple different times as a coach. Why is this place so special to you?
It is fun because I've left for 10 years, and just the way that people view Chapel Hill is really to be admired. I mean, I've gone to places and people like, you actually went to the University of North Carolina. Yeah, and it takes some time. You have to step away from it to actually understand how important it is. I've been here, this is my fourth time coming back, as a player, as a GA from 2005, 2009, and I left for 10 years, and this was the right time for me to come back. I wanted to come back to this place because, again, I met my wife when I was here, I got my degree here, and I started my coaching career here. So you go back to the places that are great, that's been great for you, and for me, there's no other place better than the University of North Carolina.
Great player, great coach, true Tar Heel without a doubt. Tommy Thigpen joining us. Coach, great to be with you as always.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much.